The lead acid battery electrolyte is H2SO4. The positive plate is PbO2, that is lead peroxide, and the negative plate is Pb. So it is dipped in sulfuric acid H2SO4. So when it is in charge, this is how it is, and when you discharge it, the positive plate will be converted into PbSO4, that is lead sulfate, and the negative charge is also converted into lead sulfate, PbSO4, and the sulfuric acid is split into water. So again, when you recharge it, so this is the discharge block diagram, wherein this is the positive plate and this is the negative plate. So positive plate, this is sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid H2SO4 is split into H2 and SO4. Joining with Pb will be PbSO4 on the negative plate and PbSO4 on the positive plate. So again, when you recharge it in the recharging process, this is in the recharging process, the positive plate PbSO4 is converted back to lead peroxide, that is PbO2, and the PbSO4 of the negative is converted back to spongy lead, that is lead. So this is a block diagram where it is shown. When you charge it, when you recharge it, so the PbSO4 of the positive and the PbSO4 of the negative plate, the water H2O will be split into H2 and O, combining with PbSO4, and the PbSO4 on the negative plate will be converting it back to lead peroxide, that is PbO2, and on the Pb. So the oxygen will join back to the positive plate of the lead peroxide. This is an ignition coil. The ignition coil consists of, this is connected to the battery. From here 12 volts of the current is going to the battery. From the battery 12 volts of the current is going to the ignition coil in the primary circuit, and from the primary circuit this is connected to the contact breaker point, and this is the primary winding, and in the center there is a secondary winding is there. This is how the ignition coil looks like. Now what happens is, when the 12 volts of the current is stored in the primary winding, at the center there is a secondary winding is there. Secondary winding is stationary and the primary winding is surrounding. So from one conductor to another conductor, a magnetic field is developed over here. Now when the magnetic field is developed, a magnetic surge will develop over here. With the result, from here the output is going to be around 18,000 to 20,000, maybe more than that. It is 25 nowadays. The ignition coils produce over 30,000 volts of the current. So this is battery. A DC current is going over here. In the primary circuit, only 12 volts of the current is the input to this ignition coil, and the output of the ignition coil is 20,000 to 30,000 volts of the current is going over here, and that happens when the contact breaker point opens and breaks. So we'll just, in the next slide, we'll just see how the contact breaker point makes this ignition coil to help an ignition coil to giving an output of 30,000 volts of the current. Basically, when a flow of electrons is momentarily stopped over here, it gives an output of 20,000 to 30,000 volts of the current. Continuing the ignition battery ignition system. Now this is wire coming from the ignition coil, primary circuit of the ignition coil. Only 12 volts of the current is coming over here. This is the distributor cap open position. This is how the distributor bottom portion, the cap is opened. So this is where the contact breaker point is placed, and this is a condenser. This is called as a CB point, contact breaker point. So the ignition primary coil of the ignition coil is connected to the terminal of the contact breaker point, and the other end is grounded over here. Across this CB point, the condenser is connected over here. This CB point, what it does is, this is the central, this is connected to the camshaft. This is connected to the camshaft, and over here there are lobes are there, cam lobes are there, similar to the cam. Now, when these lobes are depending on the number of cylinder. If it is a 6-cylinder engine, there will be 6 lobes will be there. If it is a 3-cylinder engine, 3 lobes will be there. So usually the petrol engines will be 3-cylinder engine, 4-cylinder engine. Okay, so if you consider that it is a 6-cylinder engine, see like this, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 lobes are there over here. So that means 6 times this will open and close. So this contact breaker point over here is, there is over here, this is connected to the body over here. This will be opened and closed by the rotation of this knob. Now how this is rotating? This is rotating by the camshaft. This is connected to the camshaft, and when the crankshaft rotates, the camshaft will be rotating. So the camshaft will be rotating half the speed of the crankshaft. So the camshaft speed is half of the speed of the crankshaft. So this will be rotating half of the speed of the crankshaft. So when this cam lobe is in progressive position over here, this contact will be broken. So in the sense, there is depending on the speed over here, this is, and then whenever this particular lobe comes in contact over here, it is lifted up. So with the result, what will happen is, this is make and break over here. It is, once it is connected and again it is disconnected. So continuously make and break is going on at the contact breaker point, that is at the CB point over here. So with the result, what will happen when this is broken, when the circuit is broken over here, so from here the only 12 volts of the current is coming over here. So the flow of electrons, when it is broken over here, suddenly the flow of electrons is stopped over here. So with the result, what will happen is, in the ignition coil, a magnetic field is developed, and that will give an output of 22 to 30,000 volts in the ignition coil. That ignition coil is separately connected to the spark plug. Now what this CB point does is, this CB point is connecting and disconnecting the flow of 12 volts from the battery to the ignition coil, primary winding of the ignition coil. From the primary winding of the ignition coil, the current is coming to the contact breaker point. So at the contact breaker point, what is happening is, it is opening and closing. So how it is opening and closing? Due to the rotation of this. How this is rotating? This is rotating due to the rotation of the camshaft. How the camshaft is rotating? Due to the rotation of the crankshaft. So that is how make and break is happening over here. Across this, the condenser is connected. What condenser does? The function of the condenser is, when this is opening and when it is closed over here, the flow of current is momentarily stopped over here. To keep the current in flow condition, this will help the circuit to, it will absorb the electrons. It will absorb and keep it in this one point. Second point is, it will help in avoiding, it will not allow the arc to occur. It will not allow this particular contact to burn. So the contact breaker point is not burned. Arcing will not occur and burning will not occur. So this is what the condenser does is. So what is condenser? Condenser made out of aluminum foils over here. So one above the other bonded over here, and with a separator in between that, there is a separator, non-conducting material separator is there. So it is a very smaller component, but it will help in make and break this. This burning of the CB point will be avoided by the condenser. So that is how from the battery 12 volts of the current is coming, and in the primary coil only 12 volts of the current is going, and in the CB point only 12 volts of the current is going. In the condenser only 12 volts of the current is going. So when the contact breaker point opens over there, the output in the ignition coil is 22 to 30,000 nowadays. Maybe 22 to 25,000 of the voltage of the output you will get it over there. This is the distributor, part of the battery ignition system. This is the secondary terminal of the ignition coil is coming from here, is connected over here. Now if it is a 4-cylinder petrol engine, you will find 4 such outputs over here. These outputs, from here the cable connection is going to the corresponding spark plug. So this is the outer view over here. If you open it, there will be there it is, this will be the wire which is coming from the ignition coil will be connected to the corresponding spark plug on the basis of the firing order. Okay, if it is a 4-cylinder engine, it will be 1324 or 1342. So this is again connected to the cylinder number 1 spark plug. This is connected to the cylinder number 3 spark plug. So on that basis, on the basis of firing order, it is being connected. Now this is the cut section or the cross section of the spark plug now. Now here the 22,000 to 25,000 of the voltage of the current is the input over here. Now this has to be distributed to different cylinders depending on the according to the firing order. Now these are spark plug over here. Spark plug main parts are over here. There is a terminal, insulator, lower seat gasket over here. Now the major components here is a central electrode is there. This is a central electrode and this is the ground electrode. The other part is an insulator over here. This is just a covering over here. See, this you cannot dismantle it. This is complete a single assembly. Now this is a non-conducting material and here at the central electrode is there over here and this is a ground electrode. Now from here this is connected to the, in each cylinder there will be one spark plug will be there. So this is getting a 18,000 to 25,000 of the volt. Very high voltage of the current is fed into over here. Now from here the current flows over here and there is a gap provided over here. Approximately 1 millimeter of the gap is provided. So by using the filler gauge, it is provided. Now the gap is provided, the current jumps from the central electrode to the ground electrode. This is grounded to the engine and engine is again grounded to the chassis. So terminal is completed. So from the central electrode, the current is jumping to the ground electrode. With the result, what will happen is a spark is generated over here. So higher the voltage, better will be the spark is generated. Better the spark is generated in the combustion chamber, better will be the flame travel. So maximum intensity of the spark if it is given in the combustion chamber, so you will be able to initiate the flame in the combustion chamber properly. So the flame will be traveling from the spark plug. So that is how. So this is the part of the battery ignition system. This is distributor and the spark plug.